think the tricks that might help the CSA are not to use too many tricks, in all honesty. I think you can try and come up with loads of weird and wonderful ways of remembering, but basically all that you need to do is get very comfortable about consulting.
Taking a clinical history, exploring hidden agendas, and then making the transition onto examining the patient if and as necessary, and then making the transition onto coming up with a hypothesis in terms of the clinical diagnosis and conveying that to the patient, and a closing plan, a follow-up plan, or a plan for investigation.
I would suggest that you get a framework for the consultation which you are happy and comfortable with, but you make sure that it's not too rigid, because I think if you have too rigid a framework, you're likely to get very off track if something happens to send you in the wrong direction, whereas if it's a fairly loose framework, you'll be able to get back on track straight away.
What I used to do is actually type it on a sheet, and have that type sheet pasted, or rather stuck onto the wall in my consultation room so that I could refer to it and practice with patients. And I found that it actually improved the quality of my consultations, and implementing that during my consultations improved my CSA skills. Once you have fine-tuned your consultation structure, it's important to actually implement it and practice it again and again and again with different types of scenarios and with different people, because each person will enact a patient slightly differently, and they will be able to feed back on different things differently depending on their own perspectives.
When preparing for the CSA, tricks that I learned, I would say making sure that you're aware of your time, and making sure that you structure your consultations in a way that allows you to get through all the components that are necessary, and also setting up a structure for your consultation so that you don't miss key elements of it, such as ICE.
What is this ICE thing? What exactly is that?
So ICE is ideas, concerns and expectations. So the trick really is to get used to asking patients, why they think they're here, what they're worried about, what they're hoping from, and getting used to asking that in a variety of different ways in your day-to-day consultation, so that it comes naturally, so that the examiner can see you're asking for ICE, but that it actually flows.